In this video we're going to take a look at how to play Brighton Rock, the Wembley 1986 live version played by Brian May. This one has been a long time coming, quite a few years, and it is probably the most requested guitar lesson that I've covered over the years, just constantly. When are you going to do? You've done the live colours version, you've done the studio version, that needs updating actually, and when you're going to do the Wembley 86. And I know in the comments it's going to go, what about the Montreal version? So it's taken us a long time to get to this one. I've got to give credit to a young man called Michael. Back in, I think it was 2016, he sent me this video, which you see on the screen, where he explains how to play. So I kind of utilised that. His video is over an hour long with no guitar tab, which made it, I mean, the way that he did it was brilliant to be able to explain it all from memory. But hopefully this kind of illustrates how, if you're doing guitar lessons using the guitar tab, kind of makes your life a lot easier. So I've sat and tabbed this out, and it took quite some doing. So the 7 pages, and I would refer to these as guitar notes as opposed to you know, this totally accurate transcription, because if I was going to do it like that, you'd end up with like 30 pages. So I've kind of condensed it into something that'll give you an idea of how to follow, work along with the record. But I do have to give credit to you, Michael, because he did a brilliant job. I did say at the beginning of the week I was going to do, well, last week I was going to do this one. I just had my COVID vaccine injection, so this is the first day I've actually felt well enough to do this, because the other night I had the shivers, actually shaking uncontrollably after that vaccine. You've spent yesterday feeling absolutely awful. So I'm not fully functional yet, but my brain's working enough to hopefully do this one justice. So I'm going to do it kind of phrase by phrase using the guitar tab, and I don't want to get into you know, just calling out all of the string names and the numbers of the frets. So this is what we're going to start off with. 3rd fret of the G is a volume swell on the record, but we have this. So on the guitar tab, that's a little bit bunched together just to fit things in, work with it with the record, and that's fairly straightforward and simple. In the beginning of it, you're kind of improvising, you're kind of warming up. So that's the first phrase. If it ever goes too fast, just rewind the video and watch the phrase again. Your next phrase in that section, so that's your 2nd phrase, then your 3rd phrase, and then your 4th phrase, that's your 4th phrase, and then we have pre-bend on the 10th fret there. So that's your 5th phrase. Like I say, if that's a little bit fast, go back, follow the guitar tab. Got to remember this track is actually about 7 minutes long, so you could actually make a pretty epic long video out of it. So your last phrase in that is going to be this. So that's your last phrase in that section. It then moves to these chords, and we're going to move from E to G 5 times. It wasn't working for me the way with increasing the volume, using the volume thing. It just wasn't working, but bear that in mind. Ways a bit of trem there. That's twice, 3 times, 4, And then we're going to go to A, E, G. And again. Then A to B flat. And that lasts. And then we're going to, now at this point I'm going to turn the delay on. Brian May obviously famously uses the 800 and 1600 milliseconds. I'm just using a pedal here, so I've kind of guessed at how much delay is on there. You could use amplitude to get it bang on right. And then we're going from that B flat into B, C, D, E flat, back to B flat, to E flat, to E, F sharp. And you wait for that to feed back, and then you could hear the 3 repeats there. I've got a slightly few more just because of the pedal I'm using. But you're on that 10th fret and you're out of it before the next section. This is kind of written in shorthand, so kind of use your brains if that makes sense. And always listen to the record if you want to get it exactly right. Personally, for me, people are obsessed with, you know, recreating the whole thing, you know, to the nth degree. Personally, I think Brian May uses the fact that Brighton rock constantly changes through the years. He's got basic ideas that he uses and then works on them, and it constantly changes all the time. So we've got this. So your main emphasis on there, I probably got the rhythm slightly wrong there, but and you've got the repeat there, and then you. And then again you've got the. So on that I've got the little ×3 on the. Some people would say that I should turn the delay off and through, but practice it with the delay because you're going to have to get used to it. Moving on to page 3, we then go into this E, G, E, G, E again. Using the trem there, and then you're. Sorry. Where if you make a mistake and it just keeps repeating. So on there you've got that phrase. Then you've got this phrase that I particularly like, and I think it's used in the live Killers version as well. So on that you've got this like ascend and run from the 4th fret of the G, then on the B string 2, 4, 5, same thing on the E, descend, which I really like, and that's one of them ones that I've kind of pocketed that one, so if I was ever going to do my own version I would kind of use that. We then come to just there's an F sharp and you're kind of slashing at that and it moves into G, then you have this That phrase again is another kind of one to watch out for and use. And the F. Here goes to G. We've got that phrase like double stops on the 5th and the 3rd. Then we have this section with chords, and it's like G to C 5 times, but we're just kind of playing the middle of it, so we're going like that. We go G, C, D. We've got that. Then G, C, D, E flat. Then G, D, E. B, E, F sharp. C sharp, F sharp. E flat to A flat. Then E to A twice. Then we have this A suspended 4 bar A 12 times. We've kind of got that. That bit goes 12 times. Then we have this. And we're really descending from an A flat, 11th fret, so we've got that. So on the 11th fret there of the A string, got a power chord, and we're descending all the way down to the B chord, which lands here. Making sure that on the 4th we're just going down straight one after the other, where we'll have a bit of a percussive between each one of them chords. So you got it. We then have 3. So fairly straightforward. Then we have this, which kind of sounds. Do it again. So you're kind of holding it like that, and you're going from the 2nd fret there to the 5th of the D, back to the 2nd of E, and then to the 3rd of the D. So you go up and do the same thing again. Then on the 6th fret, you then have this phrase. We don't, we have this phrase. I'll do that again. Which then moves into this phrase. I'll do that again. because we'll go then to the 6th, which is like an E flat, and go into a shuffle rhythm. Moving into the E. It's fairly straightforward. We then have this. No, we don't. We then have this. Which is another phrase that he still uses. I'm sure this one's used in the London Olympics version. So it harmonises nicely. We then have this descending run, starting on the 10th of G. And then that moves into a B flat on the 13th. So that run again. Now at this point I'm going to turn to a nice clean and turn the delay off, and we have this. It goes to E minor, and I'm going to finger pick this bit, and it goes like this, and it's fairly simple but quite nice. Do that again. So you're on that E minor, and then we have that continues on in our next phrase, following in the same fashion. We then have this. Like that. Again, follow along with the record and it'll all kind of make sense. It's no point is really like this video is really to set you up for being able to follow the record. We then have another famous phrase from Brighton Rock. So with the delay back on, you can hear that. I'll do that a bit louder. So if you've already learned the live class version, you'll have probably heard that little phrase in there. We then, on the next phrase, and then next phrase, I'll do that one again. There Then moving on to the next one, following on from that, we have this. Do that again. Really simple stuff, but with the delay sounds really, really good. We then have I'll do that again. Then the next phrase is going to be we then have an E shuffle rhythm. Then to that end phrase again. And then right at the end, we've got this B to E, which kind of goes. Essentially doing B to E 11 times. Now that's taken 23, 24 minutes. So as always, thank you for watching, and I hope that helps you be able to play Brighton Rock from Wembley 1986.